Well, welcome to, oh, that was a double thing there. Welcome to Online Steps to Success. I'm so glad you're here. My name is Allison Dalkey, and we are in the middle of a series about time management and planning. And today's video is going to be a quick one. I'm just going to show you this super simple idea that I use when planning out my team communication and my customer communication. Before we dive in, I just want to welcome you. I'm glad that you're here. Thanks for investing your time and your energy into becoming a better business owner. My goal always here is to help you dream big, work smart, change yourself, and change the world with your business. And today we're really diving into that work smart part because we want to be intentional with our time and our resources and our energy. And this is one of the tools that I have found to help you. I hope that you were able to watch last week's video about big picture planning. If you did, I'm proud of you because that takes some time and investment. And I want to encourage you that if you struggled with it at first, stick with it and keep trying and try it over and over again, because the more that you practice being intentional about how you're spending your time and what you're doing, the better that you'll get at it. So stay the course and stick with it. I'm already proud of you. I want to show you today, though, something that is simple. Some of you may be a little overwhelmed by it. I'm not going to go into the details about how to use and set up a Google Calendar. It's completely free with a Gmail account and really, really easy to use. We use in our family this calendar digitally, as well as I use a paper planner, and we have a big calendar on our fridge. Like, we are the calendar people for sure, but it helps us stay in line. There's 6 of us. We have a lot going on. Couple of businesses to run, dreams we're chasing, kids in sports. We have 4 kids and all the things. It's a lot. So this has just been a tool that's really helped me streamline my communication with my team and my customers. And I want to show you how I've used it. So let's dive in. I'm going to share my screen with you, and we're going to walk quickly through just this idea that I had that has really helped me be intentional. I feel like that's definitely the wrong thing that I'm sharing with you. It is. I don't know what that was. Let's try again. It's supposed to be this one. Oh, maybe I was sharing it. I was just looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, I was just looking at the wrong screen. Okay, so this is actually my current February calendar. Today is the 25th, as you can see. Now, I want to take notes. So you can, when you set up a Google Calendar, you're just going to have one general calendar. And what I have done on this left side over here is you will see that I have multiple calendars. So it's just the way that I organize tasks. And it's helped me specifically with my business. Now, you could do this with your business, whether you're using it to organize your personal life as well or not. It works really well for me to have everything in one place. But the thing I love about this is it allows me to separate out my business and look just at it when I want to. So you can see over here, I have like my appointments. I can hit that calendar and my appointments are going to pop back up. Something popped up on the 3rd. That's just a personal appointment. So I can do that. If I put my kids' stuff in, it's going to show me all their ball games and all their church stuff. I'll show you. It really changes in March. So right now, this is just business, and add my kids' games in there, and then there we go. But right now, for these purposes, I am just looking at these calendars that I have specifically created for my business, and I'm leaving my travel calendar on there because that helps me when I'm planning my customer and my team communication. So let's pop back to February. I want to show you specifically how I use this, and hopefully it'll be helpful to you. So you can see on the left that I have reminders checked, Sensi, which is just general things. So if one of my team members books a growth chat, we do 15, 20-minute chats on the phone. It's going to show up in that as that purple color. If I have a superstar director call, it's going to show up as that purple color. Then I have also my customer communication is the same light purple color. I have my leader communication. I have LTO launches. And then I have the Shine Society, which is my team name, posts and communication. So that's post to my team page, text, and email. And I'll show you how I separate that out in just a second. Now, the other thing that I use this for is to visualize and set my goals. So you can see on February 1st that I have 3 business goals set right here. Earn the brick by brick incentive, the first challenge, get 1 new team member, and have 3,000 PRV for February. Now, because I already signed a new consultant, I've checked that box. So it's a light gray instead of the bright purple. The other 2 are ones I haven't been able to check yet. That team member hasn't sold 1,000 PRV yet, so I can't check off that incentive yet. And I am sitting at like 2,600 PRV as of today, so I can't quite yet mark off my 3,000 PRV goal. But when I do, I'll just be able to click this, mark it completed, and it'll cross it out. Pretty cool, huh? Cool way to set your goals. You can also see that I already have my March goals set. Same, earn the incentive, 3 new team members, and 3,000 PRV. So those are my goals for March. I can already clearly see them. So that's one of the ways that I use this. You'll see when you flip over to March, those goals are going to come right along with you. And if I wanted to be ambitious and set my April goals, I could go ahead and do that right here. So you'll see, I'm going to go ahead and set an April goal. So the way that you set up this is as a task. So I want it to be a task because a task has to be marked off, and it will still continue to be bold in color even after the time has passed if it has not yet been checked off. So I have several tasks like lined up here, my tasks, home to-dos, work to-dos. The one thing I usually use this for is just for my goals. So I will say 2,500 PRV for April. I am going to add an emoji because I love them. And let's see. Yep, my target. And I'll hit save. So that's going to be one of my goals for April. So it's going to pop up there and it's going to follow me out throughout the month of April. So that's how you do that. All right, let's go back to February. I'll show you a little bit how I use this for communication. So if you look at last week, if you look at the week of the 21st, you can see that I have all these things. This is all business related. I'll show you a little bit about what Monday looked like. So here we have a little email. That's a little email thing. I did a win a warmer contest for a drawing for my customers who joined my text list. I'm working on building up my text list. And so that email went out on Monday. This is a text that went to my customers saying the All Is Well collection launched. The pink salmon color, that shows up as a LTO launch. This little star means whatever this content was posted to my team page. So we're doing a free trip incentive for directors when they promote, and we're hosting something called Growth School for the next 6 weeks starting in March. And so this was the content that I posted that went up on my team page on Monday. There was also a team text that went out about this incentive we were announcing that they needed to be on the live. And then here you can see we had a Zoom at noon with that live announcement that happened. Actually, it wasn't a Zoom, it was a live on our team page. But anyways, you get the idea. So those are all the things that happened on my team on Monday. On Tuesday, all you see here that happened on Tuesday was this little star that said schedule your growth chat. That star means it was posted to my team page, and that's what the content was about. So specifically how I use this is, like I said, to organize and plan the content that's going on my team page, the communication I'm sending to my team, whether that's via text or email, as well as how I'm communicating with my customers. So if I wanted to take my team out of all this, I could just look at, oh, no, I did the wrong thing. I want to take my team out of it. I could just look at how I've been communicating with my customers. So I can see Monday, there was communication. Wednesday, a text went out about the February whiff box with pictures. So that happened on Wednesday to my customers. We had a launch on Thursday. These 2 pending tasks are going to be those goals from February 1st that I have not yet achieved. So they're going to keep following me as pending tasks. Then you can see that I'm going to take this away because that's showing my appointments. I don't have any other content planned for my customers yet. So I actually have an email that's going to go out today. It's not scheduled yet. So it's not finished yet. So it's not showing up yet on my Friday as one of my communications, but I'm going to show you how I do that. So let's say that in a great world, I've already finished that email and it's scheduled to go out today to my customers. So what I would do is I would come in here and I would put 5 Share Friday email And then down here, yep, customer communication. If I want to be fancy, I can put an emoji. If you're on a Mac, you can install the emoji keyboard onto your in your settings. Just Google it if you've not yet figured that out. It's real fun. I love me a good emoji, obviously. So I'm going to put a little thing. So I know it was an email, but it helps me keep things in line. And then I'll hit save. So if I had done that, I would do that. The other thing you could also do, if you want to do it the other way and you want to set up your tasks, I could have scheduled that as a task to do. So same thing, I would click on the box, schedule it as a task, but I would schedule it as a task instead of as an event. Task, that means it's something I need to do. Customer communication, I'm going to save it. And then when I get it done, I can check it off the list, right? So that's how that works. The reason that I do it this way, so I kind of, and it's something I've been trying to teach and preach for a long time, is about getting ahead. And those of you who have been following my advice and doing it find so much freedom in it. So I would strongly encourage that you use this as a planning tool. It's basically you're using it as a content planning tool. So you'll also see if I bring back my team posts and things, I have some things scheduled for next week, the 28th and the 3rd. You can see I have some things. So this little plant here, I do a 6-week program called Growth School, and we have another Growth School starting on March 7th. Well, I already have people signing up for that. So this little plant means that's the communication that I already have scheduled to go out to the people who are in Growth School via text. So I know that, see, Growth School starts in 1 week. It's a text, and it was communication about what they need to be thinking about and preparing for. It's already scheduled. It's already done. I don't have to touch it again. I also have another text that is scheduled for them to go out on next Thursday. So I'm ahead of the game in some of that. What I'm not ahead of the game in right now is posts for my team page. Now you can see right here on Friday today, I had a EOM end of the month watch post. So I scheduled that as a task because earlier in the week when I scheduled all my team posts, I knew I wanted to do an end of the month watch post, but it's something I have to do day of. So I made it a task so I could check it off. Now, I did it this morning, so I got to mark it completed. That's why it's checked out. But in terms of what I've shared on my team page, I haven't gotten any farther than that. So today I would go in and start planning. Now I do have a text going out to my team tomorrow. That's already been done. But I want to plan content for Monday. So this is how I would do it. When I go in and schedule a team post, I'll show you my team page. I'll go in and schedule a post. Let's say this is an example. I really should actually figure out what I want to do on Monday. Actually, let's just do it. Growth School starts in 1 week. And I would love to have you in this class. I'm gonna add other things, but you don't need to listen to me do my whole thing. So set a scheduled time. I want this to be on Monday. And I know y'all are looking at this going, what are you doing? I'm not on Facebook. And so this is my team page. It's on band, which I love. 10:15 a.m. Okay, so pretend this is actually a good and robust post. It's not, I'm not done, but I'm going to schedule it. So now I know that I have only one post scheduled. I love it when I have a lot of posts scheduled, but so now over here, I'll go in and I'll put, starts in 1 week, and I'll put my little star in the front because that's my reminder that this was on the team page. Where the star is. And I'll make sure down here that I choose post and communication for my team, and I'm going to hit save. So now when I look at Monday, I already feel better because I have a team post scheduled. I just have to remember when I got this video to go make it better. But I would do the same and I'd continue on for the rest of the week. And so I really like to work 2 weeks at a time. Oh, by the way, if you're looking at this calendar going, you didn't have any posts all of February. You're right, I didn't. I pretty much checked out and was not super engaged in February because we were unpacking. I was texting my team we were moving, but I was not scheduling things and I was not saving them in here. I work better and function better when I have it all laid out and I know what I'm communicating. It helps me be a more intentional leader. And helps me be better about communicating with my customers. It reminds me what I've sent them and what I've said. So for instance, let's say have that email going out today to them. I also have another email going out Monday because I'm really pushing for my text list to be added to. So I'm doing another Win a Warmer contest on Monday. So I'll schedule an email to go out then. I'll add that on Monday. And then I'll schedule an email or a text probably on Thursday based on if there's an LTO launch, if things are coming up. Maybe I just want to push for something, whatever that looks like. And then I'll go into March and do the same thing. You can see in March, I already have our Easter collection launch set up here. This is just my reminder that that's when that's happening. I could have also gone in and scheduled a text already to go to my customers that morning and let them know. Maybe I want that to go the week before. Maybe I want to do pre-orders, whatever that looks like. Lastly, the reason that I keep my travel on here, you'll see this blue is a trip, is because it helps me remember what I need to schedule through, because sometimes I'm scheduling 2 weeks ahead and sometimes I'm not. But obviously, if I know I have a trip coming up, I know before I get to, this last week in March that I need all of that week scheduled for my customer communication, for my team communication. It's the end of the month. It means I have to be really, really intentional about what I'm sending and how and why and all the things. Lastly, I think I just said lastly before, but really this is lastly. The other thing I use this for is to remind me when a party or an event needs to be closed. So I have several shopping links open right now. And so like right now, this says close Jackieville. I think it says shopping link. Yeah. So it's a reminder that is when I have set the end date of that party for. It doesn't mean I necessarily need to close it that day, but it's just a reminder that that's what I have going on. If I had active parties right now, they would be listed here as well. I want to say something about that. So we just, as we close, we just moved our whole lives, went from a 5,000 square foot house to a 2,000 square foot. We moved out on 50 acres. We're going to build all the things, but in the interim, that month, I would say 6 weeks of us moving I didn't realize how hard on me it was going to be. So those of you that move all the time or your military families, bless you, because it is such a challenge. And I'm sure you get better at it, but I am not good at it. I hadn't moved in 9 years and we went from bigger to smaller and it was just a challenge. But in the process of all of that, I didn't have good expectations of what I was going to be capable of doing. But what I will say is the consistent communication that I have had with my customers leading up to this, just so over the past few years, regular email, regular text on a weekly basis that all of my customers are getting, it carried my PRV through the entire transition. Didn't have a party, didn't have anything, was not intentionally marketing anything really. I would shoot a quick text, not pre-scheduled, just, I probably should text my customers. And I didn't send any emails for like 5 weeks, which is not like me because usually I send one every Friday, but they didn't get an email for 5 weeks and they got a text, and not even all of them, just a handful of them. But it goes to show the power of consistent communication, and honestly to the power of email. I know that some people think email is dead. Email is alive and well and thriving. And the thing about email is it stays on people's phones. It's easily searchable. And when it pops up, it is a reminder of who you are and what you do. And it's amazing. And I can go in and see links that were clicked. And so I know that emails that I had sent before Christmas were still being used to place orders on my website. And that's a powerful thing. So the more consistent you can get about the communication that you have with your customers and with your team, the better that's going to make your business long-term. So I want you to keep that in mind and think about that as you're stepping into planning communication and being intentional about getting ahead. And yeah, I think that's it. I wanted to tell you one other thing and I can't remember what it is now. No, I don't remember. I hope this was helpful to you. I hope that it's an idea that maybe might excite you. If it overwhelms you, don't do it. If it is not your space, don't worry about it. It's just one idea. It might help you find some freedom in your leadership and your communication. I know what I was going to tell you. So I also, a couple of years ago, I really stepped away from one-on-one follow-up with customers. And I know this is maybe not a popular opinion, but it's really worked for me. One-on-one follow-up was the thing that kept getting pushed back for me. It was the thing that overwhelmed me. It was the thing that I could never get around to doing. And when I shifted from one-on-one communication that way, and in like an intentional follow-up way, to making sure that all of my customers were getting touched somehow at least once a week, it was a game changer for me. It streamlined everything I was doing. It streamlined my communication, and it made communicating with my customers and honestly being a good consultant so much easier, because then I was assured that they knew what was going on. They could see LTOs, they all of things, but it was happening faster and quicker without a ton of effort on my part. And I was getting much bigger return on the other side. So it's something to think about. I'm not saying it's going to be a right fit for you. But I know some of my good friends kind of have the same approach and have done the same thing. And yes, it takes time to set up an email system or to set up a text communication system, but it's worth it in the long run. And when you can sit and plan out content and communication this way, it brings a lot of freedom and joy to your business. So I hope this was helpful. I hope that it's something you try. And if you try it, I'd love to know. Maybe you're already doing something like this and you can teach me something even better. That'd be great. Leave me a comment and I'd love to connect with you. So thanks for joining us. And I hope to see you next week as we dive in to a little bit more of time management and planning. We are going to be talking about the difference between systems and rhythms and why you need rhythms in your business and your life.